Our business editor. Well, let's ask someone who's joined me here in Wembley for her views as to how things might change if Britain votes to leave the EU. Agnès Bangoura joins me. Lovely to see you. Thanks for being with us on the BBC. Now, your organisation brings EU students to this country, particularly, I think, for work experience. So how would a vote change the sort of work that your organisation does, do you think?
Okay, if we leave the EU, it would be dramatic. First, for these students who are coming to London to have a work experience and work with UK companies and be accommodated with host families, obviously UK host families, but also for my business, as this is the core of my business, to welcome international students, mainly European, to come to UK, organize work experience for them, their accommodation, English courses, visits of the Parliament, or any kind of visit, and to see really London.
And the sort of placements and so on that you organise,
yes.
Would you argue that benefits everyone? It's not just the young people who are coming from continental Europe?
Yes, it will benefit actually everybody. The small businesses, because as a small business, sometimes you don't have the possibility to hire and pay somebody on a full-time basis. So a student who will come for 2 months or 6 months would benefit UK companies to develop their activity, but also for an accommodation, somebody who can rent the room, or tenants or estate agencies.
And is this thriving work for you? Is this something that there really is a demand? People are really, really keen to come to the UK. Perhaps I should ask you, what are the reasons they want to come here?
In France, for example, it's a compulsory part of their studies to come to the UK and carry out a work experience. So if they do not come abroad, like London, they won't be able to pass the exam or sit the exams. So it's really like detrimental, if I could say, for them to come to the UK. And we're just like 2.5 hours with France with the Eurostar. So it's just a fantastic opportunity for them to have an insight of maybe their future job, and also coupled with the English. So it's just a fantastic opportunity for them.
I mean, you speak as someone who, you run a business in this
Yes,
area, but
yes.
Clearly also you are someone
Yes.
with a real internationalist view. I
Yes.
wonder from a personal, from an emotional point of
Yes.
view, what you make of the debate that we have seen in this country in the last few months. The fact that we are even having this discussion, what do you make of it?
I think it's really sad, because when I was 19, I came to London for an unpaid work placement also. So I'm like now on the other side. So when I came, it was a fantastic opportunity to come to London, see the city. It was around Christmas time, so the lights on Oxford Street. And having this debate is really also preventing these students who want to come also and have this memorable experience, preventing them for doing that and having this mobility. Because we've also the Euro and European nations and the Erasmus fundings, Leonardo, so they've got also this funding helping them to come and be able to live and study in the UK.
Actually, just a very quick thought though, Agnès, because what about people who say, well, they could still come on all these fantastic placements that you organise, they might just have to pay for a visa, that might be the only difference.
Yes, but maybe the difference will be, for example, I've got students who are calling us on lastminute.com because they need an internship. So they can come maybe the next day. They take the bus or the Eurostar. But now with the visa, maybe they will delay on the start of the internship and will be also causing problems for their studies.
All right, Agnès Bangoura, really lovely to meet you. Thank you very much for your time. Thanks for coming to speak to us here at Wembley. Thank you. Just a heads up that about BBC Ask This, if you have questions about immigration in terms of the EU referendum. I think there's about an hour or so to get them to us. There it is on the screen. In fact, just a little under an hour. We'll be talking to Jonathan Portes from the National Institute of Economic and Social Research and Alt Mehmet from Migration Watch. That's coming up at 3:30. So if you have questions specifically relating to immigration, then send us your questions by 3:30. The usual text number 61124 and the hashtag BBC Ask This. That's just after 3:30.